Hello, my people. Good day to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for tuning in every single day to listen to me on Daily Mind Shift. My name is Michael Ojuala from Mindset Transformation Africa, and on today's episode, I want to talk about opportunity. All right, let me anchor today's episode in this statement. Opportunity reveals itself to minds that are trained to recognize abundance rather than scarcity. Opportunity reveals itself to minds trained to recognize abundance rather than scarcity. Let me start with a question that sounds simple, yet I believe it changes everything once you sit with it. Let me ask you this. How many chances have passed you by, not due to lack of access, but due to how you were looking? How many chances have passed you by, not due to lack of access, but due to how you were looking? See, most people think opportunity is rare, hidden, reserved for the lucky few, dropped randomly on chosen heads, on anointed heads. That belief quietly controls decisions, controls reactions, controls confidence, and controls your courage. See, opportunity does not hide. It shows up constantly. The real filter is perception. See, opportunity reveals itself to minds that have trained themselves to see abundance, not minds that are trained to fear loss. Scarcity thinking whispers one sentence on repeat. That is not enough. That is not enough. That is not enough. Not enough money. Not enough time. Not enough space. Not enough room for you. That sentence shrinks your vision. A mind that is trapped there does not explore. It defends. It protects. It hoards. Defense mode cannot see openings. Abundance thinking asks a different question. What else is possible here? That question expands attention. Expanded attention spots patterns others ignore. That is where opportunity lives. See, opportunity is really dramatic. Okay, it does not always arrive with fireworks or applause. No, more often it arrives disguised as an uncomfortable conversation, a delayed result, a new responsibility, a problem nobody wants to handle. See, scarcity sees threat, abundance sees invitation. Same situation, different lens, different outcome. Let's clear something important. See, abundance has nothing to do with blind optimism or pretending limits do not exist. No, abundance is a mental training. It is the discipline of seeing options even when resources feel tight. All right? Scarcity reacts to circumstances. Abundance studies circumstances. Study leads to strategy. Strategy creates movement. Movement creates leverage. Think about this. Two people can stand in the same room, hear the same news, face the same conditions. All right. One leaves discouraged, the other leaves energized. Nothing external changed. The difference lives inside perception. Scarcity asks, what might I lose? But abundance, on the other hand, asks, what can I build from this? That shift changes behavior instantly. It changes behavior instantly. See, a scarcity trained mind waits. It waits for permission. It waits for certainty. It waits for guarantees. But opportunity really waits. See, an abundance trained mind moves with incomplete information. It tests, it adapts, it learns forward. Forward motion reveals doors that standing still will never expose to you. Here's a quiet truth I want you to go live with today. Most opportunities show up as responsibility before they show up as reward. Most opportunities show up as responsibility before they show up as reward. Scarcity avoids responsibility totally. Abundance steps into the responsibility. Leadership grows there. Skills grows there. Influence grows there. The reward shows up later. People who miss opportunity usually walk away too early. So let us talk a little bit about attention. Your attention decides what exists in your life. Scarcity attention scans for danger, while abundance attention scans for value. Value hides in plain sight. You see it everywhere. Connections, unused skills, unasked questions, unexplored ideas. See, opportunity often sits inside what you already have. Scarcity overlooks what you already have. Abundance activates what you already have. A scarcity mindset measures life through competition. It says, if you win, I lose. If my neighbor wins, that means I'm losing. If my friend wins, that means I'm losing. No, come on. That belief tightens collaboration, and that is the problem. It limits networking. It limits relationships. Abundance sees collaboration as multiplication. Together we move and we become better. Shared ideas grow faster. Shared efforts grows further. Many breakthroughs happen through alignment, not isolation. And that is what I want you to learn this year. I want you to notice this. Scarcity focuses on outcome first, while abundance focuses on process first. Process mastery creates repeatable wins. Outcome chasing creates anxiety, and an anxious mind is narrow. A relaxed mind is expansion. It notices things. Noticing now is the doorway to opportunity. If opportunity is in front of you and you don't have the ability to notice it, then you miss it and you think you are not lucky. But you are lucky. Your mind has just been trained through scarcity not to notice opportunity. See, fear loves scarcity. Fear needs you to believe resources run out quickly. Abundance interrupts that fear. All right? Abundance says there is more to learn. There is more to try. There is more to refine. Learning will expand your capacity. Expanded capacity then attracts bigger chances. I want you to think about how children explore. They touch everything. They ask endless questions. They experiment freely. They operate from abundance. Adults, on the other hand, often lose that stance over time. Rules, failures, judgment, scarcity creeps in quietly. See, opportunity loves curiosity. So if you're not curious, you won't be able to recognize opportunity even when you say it. Curiosity reopens doors for you. Many people say, I just need one break. That sentence carries scarcity. Abundance, on the other hand, says, I can create many small openings that will eventually lead to a larger one. Small openings over time compounds, and compound movement builds momentum. Momentum eventually pulls opportunity closer to you. Let me slow this down a little bit. Opportunity, know this, opportunity is not luck. It is pattern recognition plus action. Opportunity is not luck. It is pattern recognition plus action. Scarcity blocks pattern recognition. You cannot notice patterns. You cannot connect dots. It focuses on what is missing too much. Abundance, on the other hand, focuses on what is available. Then availability is always larger than it appears at first glance. See, there is something else here. Scarcity lives in comparison. It constantly measures against other people. Abundance measures growth against what you are or who you are yesterday. Comparison drains your energy. Growth compounds your energy. Energy changes your posture, and your posture changes your presence. Your presence attracts people, and people create opportunity for you. As I draw this episode to a close, let me say this. Opportunity responds to preparation, all right? Preparation requires faith. In growth, you cannot prepare if you don't believe in growth, all right? Scarcity says, why prepare if it might not work? Abundance, on the other hand, says, preparation expands my options. Options then creates flexibility, and flexibility increases resilience, and resilience allows you to stay in the game longer. That eventually turns the opportunity into success. Then staying longer increases your probability of succeeding. That is why abundance trained minds appear lucky. They say yes more often. They ask more questions. They try again faster. They gather data that other people avoid, and data eventually reveal the pathways and give them direction. That is what I want you to go today. Let me be clear. Abundance does not deny struggle, but it helps you